Margin and padding both add space, but in different ways. Think of it like a picture hanging on your wall. The picture itself is your content. That's what people actually want to see. Padding is the space inside the frame. It's the matting or border area between your picture and the wooden frame. It pushes your content inward, creating breathing room within the element's border. Margin is the space outside the frame. It's the gap between your picture frame and the wall, or the space between this frame and other frames next to it. It pushes the entire element outward, creating distance from other elements. So here's the key difference. Padding affects the space within an element, around your content. Margin affects the space around an element, between different elements. So when you add padding, you're making the inside of your box bigger. When you add margin, you're pushing your whole box away from its neighbors. So now let's check out margin and padding in action. If we look at our hero section here, there's some inconsistent spacing between our header text, our subtitle text, and our button. The space between the header text and the subtitle text is greater than the space between the subtitle and the button. So let's see if we can create a little bit more space between these bottom two elements. To check and edit your spacing settings, first click on the element you want to update. Then go to the Advanced tab. Here we don't see any values for margin or padding. So let's click on our button and see if it has any values. Again, it doesn't show anything, and this tells me that these are just the default settings. So since we've got our button highlighted, let's create a little bit of space between it and the next element up. To do this, we want to update our margin, the space around the element, specifically the top margin, which we can adjust by going to the top margin field. Let's add 10 pixels. And you can see that that has now created a little bit of space around our button. And this is actually looking pretty nice. Let's actually maybe even take it up to 15 pixels. If we click somewhere else on the page to highlight another element or container, we can get a better look at how our margin is. I think there's still just a tad bit more space between these two elements than between these two. So let's give our button 20 pixels of margin, and that's looking more balanced. And you can see if we hover over the button, there's this nice space that's been created around each side of the element. Now, we don't necessarily need more space to the left, right, and bottom. So we could click this chain to unlink these values and set right, bottom, and left to 0. We only need that margin on the top. Now let's say we didn't like how this image below is overlapping this hero section. What can we do about that? Well, first we need to figure out why it's overlapping. If we click the image, specifically this edit container, and we click through to the styles and advanced, we're not finding this image anywhere. Actually, interestingly enough, when I click this edit container, and I start to adjust the padding, let's say to like 50 pixels, we start to adjust this smaller espresso image we added earlier. That's not what we want. So if you, after clicking around, you can't seem to find where this image is, this is exactly where the structure panel comes in handy. So let's open it with Command I. This is clearly a background image of some sort. We just need to figure out which container it's being used as the background for. So we have this container here, which is our hero. And it contains a few things. And then we have this next container down, which is our whole big section here. And if we check the Style tab, we can see that this image is actually really cleverly constructed. It's transparent on the left side and has the image content on the right side. Then, if we click to our Advanced tab, we can see that this entire container actually has a negative margin of 115 pixels. So what the designers of this template did was very clever. They used a negative margin to force this container to overlap with the previous one. But again, let's say we don't like this overlap. What we can do to get the overlap to stop is simply return our top margin to 0. And now our hero is nice and separated. This will look nice as the first thing somebody sees when landing on the website. But now that we've removed 115 pixels of margin, it slid all the other content down the page. And now the about text looks a little goofy. So let's edit this container here. And you can see that there is padding of 250 pixels on top. Let's remove, let's say, about half of that, 125 pixels. And you can see that the padding, or the space within the container that is pushing the about content downwards, has been reduced, which makes it so that it can live a little further higher in this container. You could take it all the way down to 0 as a demo, and you see that the about goes right up to the top. But if we add space, it pushes that content inward to the container. There's also right side padding, which is keeping the content from going all the way to the right, where the image is. If we take that to 0, you see it allows the text to expand. But I actually like this spacing as it is here.